So this is my brand new flash. It's a flash and it's also a modelling light, very reasonably priced on Amazon. I needed some extra light to do my photography with, and I needed a better flash. So this is the Godox Sk400 too, and so I'm just going to unbox this. So it's just a case of opening the tabs and then turning it over. Let's see what's inside the box. So on the top we've got a little compact studio flash, little booklet telling you how to operate it, and then we've got like a little warranty card, like a microfiber thing to clean it with, and just some promotional literature. So I'm just going to open this now. So we have in the polystyrene, there's a little bulb. And we've got this like reflector disc thing. And then the flash itself. Get it out of the packet. It's huge. It's huge. So there it is. It's got a digital display on the back and on-off switch here. I'll have a look at these in a minute. And that's where the bulb goes in there, looks like. I think you have to pull that back and to pull that off. So just like you pull that lever and then you twist it off like a light bulb. And that's where the bulb goes, in the middle there. So I'm just going to put that in now. So it's a screw bulb. And it's wrapped nicely in this polystyrene stuff. So I'm just going to screw that in. Not sure how tight it's got to be, but I don't want to break the glass. I'll just leave it like that for now. Oh, it goes that way. And then we'll put that back on. Right, I think that's secure. So we've got the light with the bulb in now. And what else do we have? We have the wire. It's a long wire. I suppose if you need to stretch it, you need to have a long wire. So that's the wire, and it's got one of those sort of kettle kind of attachments. So that goes in the back there. Like that. And then we've got this bit at the bottom. Not sure. Just clicks where it sits on a stand. and then you can just use the screw to attach it to the stand. Little fuses there, spare fuses. So I'm just going to go over the controls on the Godox Sk400 too. So we have 5 buttons along the bottom here. So the first one is to set the group and channel button. The second one is to make it a slave, either slave 1 or slave 2. The third is to have the beep. The fourth is for the modelling light. And the last one is a test flash button. And this is a dial to help set the settings. You've got the on off button here, and you've got a sync button here, and the wireless sync here, and this is the electric wire here. So the group is indicated by this letter here. So we've got letter A. Now the groups go from A to F and go from 1 to 9. So you can in fact have 15 different flashes set to a different group if that's what you want. It's unlikely that you would ever need 15 different flashes in one shoot, but you've got that capability. So if you want to set it to A, you can just either leave it as A. It's not flashing, so it doesn't mean you don't have to change anything. And you can see that the channel button at the top here is channel 1. So what the channel is, it's if you are on a shoot with lots of other photographers and you've all got the same kind of triggers and flashes. It can be a bit tricky because some photographers might fire their flash and it could fire your flash off if you're in the same channel. So if you've got, say, 10 people in a photography class, you should all be on a different channel so that you don't fire each other's flashes off. But if you're just doing this yourself at home, you can just leave it on channel 1. So to change the group, you can either change the group by pressing, and then it'll go to B and then C. Just keep pressing it and that'll change the group. So it goes up to F in letters, or you can have it in digits 0 to 9 in digits. But then to set it, you would press this little button here and that sets it. So if it's flashing, that means it's not set. So I'm going to set this group to A, and I'm just going to set it like that. Now to change the channel, you would have to press and hold it till the channel button, till this number starts to flash. So I press and hold, and you can see it's changing now. So then you would change the dial. So there's 32 different channels. So that means you could have 32 people in the same class, and each one could be on a different channel. So I'm just going to change that back to channel 1, and then press the dial to change it to channel 1. So this flash, the Godox Sk400, is set to A and it's set to channel 1. Now that's the lowest flash setting, 1/16. So you can change that by just turning this dial as well. So you can change it to an eighth, you can change it to a quarter, and you can change it to a half. That's the strongest flash, and that's half strength, quarter strength, eighth of a strength, and 16th of a strength. So the 16th strength is the weakest flash. It doesn't go up to 1/28 like some of my off-camera flashes. It only goes up to 1/16. So if you're using a trigger, you need to set it to 1/16, 1/8, 1/4, 1/2, or 1/1. Otherwise it won't work. So that is how you change that. You can also change the group as well if you press it till it flashes, and you can turn it on the dial as well. It's quicker that way. So back to A, and then press it again to set it. Now these buttons are the slave buttons, so if you want this to be a slave to another flash, You can set it so it's slave 1 or slave 2, so that means it would fire if another flash was the master. But I'm not going to change the slave settings. The buzz, that makes it beep. So you can hear a beep if you like zooming in, and then you're ready to fire your camera. You can hear a beep telling you it's ready. But it can be annoying because if you're changing the settings, it beeps every time you turn the dial, and it can be quite annoying. So most people have that switched off. This is a modifying light. It's got 2 strengths, so you can brighten it by turning that like that as well to brighten it, or you can lower it like that, or if you press it again, it goes on 100%. So you can press it and then change the setting, turn it up or down like this, or you can press it and get 100%. This is the test flash, just to check it's working. So that's basically the controls for the Godox flash. But if you're using a trigger, I'm going to show you how to do that now. So here is the wireless trigger that goes on top of your camera. So I've got this on the hot shoe. And so this is the Godox XPro-C wireless trigger, and it does work with the Godox Sk400 too, and it also works with these other wireless flashes that I've got. So this is the so these wireless flashes are the Yongnuo YN568X2. These are reasonably priced, and they work with the Godox flashes and triggers. So this is one of the receivers. It's got an on-off switch at the side here, and it takes 2 AA batteries. So I've just put some new ones in. So you can stand it on one of these stand things. I'm going to stand it on there. And then the flash goes on the top of that. So we've got the flash on top of the receiver, and then we've got a little stand underneath. So currently this is set to group A, but we don't want it on group A because we've got the Godox 402 on group A, so we need to change this group. So I just press that and it's now group B, and it's channel 1, so that's right. And then you can switch it on like that. So we've got this set onto channel B, and then I've got another flash here with another receiver, and if we switch that on, so we've got this as B, we need to change that to C. So now we've got this on C. This is channel 1, which is right. If you had this set to channel 2 by mistake, it wouldn't work, because it all has to be on the same channel but different groups. So then I'm switching that on. So now I've got 2 flashes, and I've got the Godox as well. So let's have a look and see what this shows. Right, so I've now turned it on, and you can see I've got 3 different groups there. I've got group A, group, where did that go? The display doesn't last very long, I have to keep pressing it on. So I've got group A, group B and group C there. So you can change it from the dial here, but you can have, if you click the button, so group A is highlighted, and then and then it's got these dials underneath. So we've got this dial here, so if we'll just highlight it again, and then we can just turn this dial and that can change the setting to group A like that. So if we wanted group A to be say 1 to 1, you would then have to press set. If you don't press set, it won't set it. So press set, and it shouldn't be highlighted once you've set it. And then if we have a look up at the Godox, so you can see that's set to group 1 as well now. So if this flash here is set to B, and I've got B, I'm going to change that to 1/4. So if you have a look at the flash, I don't know if you can see that, you can see it's changed to 1/4. Busy taking a picture by mistake. So let's just go back to B. So you can change all your flashes, and then if we just click that button for C, we can change C flash. So try and put them both in the picture at the same time. So you can see the screen. So C, and this is currently set to an 8. Can you see that? So if I change this on here, you can see it changing on the dial, on the flash as well. So probably see it better like that. So let's go back to C, and we'll change it to 64th. And all I'm doing is turning this knob, and it's going, I can change it. So with these ones you can go right up to 1/28 if you wanted to, but you can't do that with the Godox 400 too. You've got to have it set at 16th is the lowest you can set it, but you can do that for the other flashes. So I've now got my 3 flashes set up. You can change the zoom as well. So if you have a look on here, you can change the mode as well. So you could, if you wanted to, you could change the mode by pressing the mode button, I should say. So there's the mode button. So if I wanted to switch C off, I could have it TTL, or I could have it manual. You can also change it like TTL. You can turn this dial as well and change it so you can have a TTL plus to increase the exposure, or you can have it minus to decrease the exposure, or you could just have it on manual, and you can turn the dial as well to change that, like we've just seen, like that. So that's how you change the channels, the groups I should say. So want to change the zoom, you press this little button here, that's TCM, so you press that and it'll change the setting, and then you can press on where it says zoom channel here, press that little white button, and then you can change, once it's highlighted you can turn the dial to change the zoom on it, and you can do that for every camera, you can do that for every flash, like so. And then press set, and that would set it. And then to go back to the menu, you just press that again, and that takes you back to that menu. And then you can sync it by pressing this button. You can have it off, you can have a high-speed sync, like that, high-speed sync. And you can even turn the modelling light on and off by pressing on here. You can go on the menu, you press this button, menu, and you can go on to standby. You can have that on or off, and then if you turn this little dial, it'll take you down to the next one. So the beep, I've got it off, and then you can decide how many increments you want to go up in, the light settings, the sync, groups, the display, I'm not sure what that is, the distance, so I've got it set to 1 to 100 meters, so I could change that because I'm just in the house. So 0 to 30 I could set that to, so I'll just click on that. And then you can change this as well, so you could have it depending on the strength of your flashes. What do you do again? Press menu again, and that takes you back to, so you press menu and that takes, you press menu and that takes you back, or takes you, press it takes you to the menu, and press it back takes you there. On the side here you've got on off, and you've also got this, let's see what that is. So to switch it on, you just press on the side there to switch it on, or you can turn it off. Switch it on like that. So I hope that's helped understand a bit more about the Godox Sk400 too, and the triggers and the receivers, and so thanks for watching this video. Until the next one, bye for now.